This episode of the Sort of Truth podcast is brought to you by our patrons, badass individuals such as Sarah Gallagher. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you very much, Elmire.
Thank you, Super Taft.
Aaron Duddles.
Hello.
Aaron, my friend.
Yeah, what's up?
Thank you, too, for
You're
being
welcome.
a patron.
Ken Pate, we are obliged to you.
Oh, thank you, Jenna.
Ken's our drinking buddy.
Ken is a drinking buddy. That's true.
I'd also like to say thank you to Maria Luisa Pereira.
Mike Matthews, please accept my endless gratitude.
Thank you, Carolyn.
And I would like to thank the Spider-Man 360.
360. 360.
360.
360.
Appreciation to Amy.
Thank you, Carl King.
Thank you to Carulus.
We are indebted to Tim Arnold.
And thank you, Joyce Rugg.
Thank you as well to Sarah Fisher.
Cheers to Tanner Goodhue.
Thank you, Lacey Cochran.
Thank you to Christopher Platts.
Thankfulness over to Dan Rudder.
Thank you, Joe Roth.
And thank you, Nicole Rawls.
And Thomas Wagstaff. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you, all of our patrons, very, very much for helping to support this show. We cannot do this thing without you. And let's face it, you're the best. You know it. We know it. So let's get this fucking episode going. What do you say?
Thank you.
Woo!
And thank you. And a thank you to you. And a thank you to you.
And thank you to you. And thank you to Jade. Hey, thank you, Jade.
And thank you, Jay.
Aaron, thank you too, buddy.
you, Nathan. You already thanked me.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank
Hey, thank
Yeah.
you, Aaron. You're welcome.
Hello, seekers, and welcome to the Sort of Truth podcast, the chapter-by-chapter reread of the Sort of Truth series with a jug full of craft brew on the side. That's right, a dumb fucking stupid piece of shit, malformed, lazy-ass, broken, dumb shit
dick-ass,
jug.
dickless piece of shit, no nipple-having jug.
Homemade.
Just a fucking idiot jug. Just a stupid-ass jug.
I am Nate, and I am
Bitch-ass
here with
jug.
my two-time traveling companions, Jade and Aaron.
Old punk-ass jug.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, and today we're waiting in line for part one of Dead of Bones.
Stop.
Dub.
Random.
Dub.
All right.
Hell yeah, brother.
We're back. We're fucking back, baby.
We're officially into the front cover. Well, technically, we got into the front cover in the last one. This is the actual story.
Oh my goodness.
We're into the story.
We're
And
beyond
we're-
the front cover now.
We're doing great so far.
Oh,
on
look
the
at this
rails.
magical world we've created.
And that's not a problem here.
No, not at all.
No one here knows that might be racist.
What?
Doing accents.
It's not because it's a
Nobody
white
knows.
Holy shit.
It's all right.
Well, hey, instead of arguing about that, why don't we argue about this book?
Okay. Which part?
I mean, all of it.
Oh, okay.
Probably all of it.
Okay.
Oh, hey, I just a second. This is a little weird. Hey, you guys can listen too if you want, but it's going to be a gold piece each, or at least keep the beers coming. Is that cool? All right, cool. They're going to buy our beer today, so
That
that's
is
going to
nice.
work out great.
It is nice. We are, if nothing, but entertaining.
If not professional.
At all.
All right. Well, if we are all set and thank you, my guy. Got our beers here. I think we're ready to go.
Fuck yeah, let's do it, bro.
Let's do it.
I don't know why I did that.
I don't know. You're doing a lot of brother. And
Doing a
bro
lot of
stuff.
brother. I don't know.
Well, since we were in the past, we are going to meet a person that we have never met before.
Makes
Her
sense.
name is Abby. Abby is a young 20-something-ish mom. She's married. She's got a baby at home. And she is currently standing in line all day long at the Keep
Yeah.
to try and talk to a wizard.
Before that, was it all night long?
It was actually.
What?
Oh my goodness. Are
What?
you going to go? No, you can't just tease and stop.
I didn't tease anything.
Mm.
That wasn't me.
Waiting on you.
Thought you caught me on the podcast? Wasn't me.
I'm going to turn the pressure up. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
But yeah, she's waiting in line all day with all of these other people too, mind you, and they all want help from a wizard.
Well, yeah, they're queuing. You know.
They are queuing up.
Yeah, they're polite.
But it's also very important. They're waiting in line all fucking day.
Yeah.
I'm just reminded of Disneyland and how I don't even want to wait in a Disneyland line for more than 20 minutes. I do it and I don't really complain, but it's the worst thing ever.
It is. But if you got a big thing, it's important, and it's the only way. You don't have a message board on the internet.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So you gotta you gotta do it yourself.
I say I have not seen single computer. So, I mean, no emails,
Oh, yeah.
you know?
Well, that's when an old woman asks Abby what she's got in her sack.
I would like to clarify real quick.
Uh-huh.
Any book that opens with sack talk, I'm in.
What you got in your sack?
Yeah.
You're
what
in?
you got in your sack? I'm in. Let's do this.
That's
is gonna,
her opening line,
This is going to
too.
be a great story.
It's such boomer energy.
Oh,
Like,
God.
from behind you in the line, just be like, "What you got there?
What's that there in your waist satchel?
None of your
Excuse me?
goddamn business, lady."
That's a great accent, but I like weird coming from an old lady.
It's weird. Yeah, I don't know what it was. But to make it weird is she grins and then she licks the gap in her teeth in a totally non-threatening way, right? It's weird.
I didn't know was that threatening or just gross.
I think it's both.
Not
like,
good. Look,
I think
look.
she meant it to be nice, but it's fucking creepy.
Yeah, sometimes you lose teeth. It happens.
I think it's
But like, know what your tongue's doing.
I think it says non-threatening to let you know that it wasn't like one of those like "I'm gonna eat you" type
Like
licking.
the exact
It's like
face you make when you go, yeah.
It's like a weird old person who's licking inside their mouth type of lick.
fumbling around.
Yeah.
Maybe she got some Werthers in there.
Yeah.
Just makes her look really vulnerable.
Yeah.
Well, Abby tells her that it's just her shit
Yeah.
and nothing else. Smart, I think.
Hey, what's in that sack? My business.
About $2.5 million worth in gold. Why? Why do you ask?
Yeah, just something super valuable.
Oh, that's cool. Are you walking back to your horse alone later?
It's a bag of my fucks and it's empty.
Look, lady, I don't know who the fuck you are, but you need to leave now. Abby sees soldiers. That's weird and hard to say.
From the
different parts.
seashore?
No, thank Christ. They're from the Midlands, actually. And they're all soldiers that are fighting a war against Panis Rawl, a dude we have heard of before, of Dahara.
My brain had to do some real like remapping of what was going on because I was like, wait, Daharan's. Wait, they're not Daharan soldiers. Why are they not Daharan? Oh yeah, because our books that we've been reading is all about the Daharans coming in and taking over.
That's right.
So these are the guys who were there before.
Before all the shit went down, exactly. Now, some of these soldiers are from Abby's home in Pendleton Reach, but they look young and like they've all seen some shit that's going to leave them scarred forever. It's sad. It saddens her.
War never changes.
It's sad.
I just mean,
saddens
hey,
her.
hey, Nate. It's like pretty sad.
it's like pretty sad. Yeah, no, she's waiting in line all day. She's looking around at all the people here. She's taking stock. My point here was that she realizes that these guys are young and it already looks like they're doing poorly in the war.
This is gonna get edited out because I have a question.
Shoot.
Are we supposed to know that this is a war with Panis Rawl?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't say that in the book yet. We knew that, like we were told this
Yeah.
timeline earlier.
Yeah, that's an
Okay.
overarching, it goes throughout the whole book.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it had been called out that we would know.
We know that the veils were up because
there was a war between wizards.
between specifically
Panis. Yes.
and the Midlands.
Yes.
What
Okay.
we know-
Okay.
Yeah, the war was kind of alluded to earlier in the books that we've read.
Right,
This
right.
is just clarifying that, yes, in fact, this is the time just before the boundary went up.
This
Right.
is why if you
Yeah.
read this as your first book
You wouldn't
in
know.
the series, it would be a little
It
bit
would be a
like,
little confusing.
what?
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was like, all of a sudden I was looking, I was like, it doesn't say that.
Another thing that Abby sees while she's, I gotta imagine, impatiently waiting in line.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of other important people around. People with long hair.
Very long hair.
Ooh.
Yep. Important people with super long hair.
Yeah. Audio medium, my guy.
Yeah, well, you two get it. Anyways.
He flips his hair back.
I guess you would say people kind of unlike me, but people more like confessors.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's been told to Abby that to meet the gaze of a confessor would cost you your mind if you were lucky and your soul if you weren't. Her mom told her that wasn't true, but why start now also, right?
Yeah, why risk it? It doesn't seem worth it. You don't need to look him in the eye, so don't look him in the eye.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I'd play it safe, probably.
You're just terrified of long-haired people.
Yeah. I mean, this does, though, feed into, we've been told time and time again how Kaylin feels, ostracized from people as a whole. And,
damn.
This here.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Other people in the Midlands feel like I can't even meet her eyes. Just, you know what? Better not to even risk it.
Man.
So
Yeah.
that dehumanizes her to such a point, nobody can even risk. They won't tell her that. So no one's going to try and roll the dice and be like, hey, let's be friends.
It does, and it's sad, but look at what these people heard. You're told just to look at her is going to rip your soul out. And you
I'm
don't
not
know
saying
that's
she's
true,
wrong.
but there's no way you're just going to freely make eye contact.
I'm just saying that this sheds more light on the culture of the people of Aidendrill and the Midlands and how they feel about confessors, because we've heard it from Kaylin's point of view.
Yeah.
And how it's but this is how it gets ingrained into a culture that you treat people, a certain type of people, a certain type of way.
Hey,
Yeah.
Remember last episode we read that note from Terry about what he wanted to do? He just did it.
He just did the thing.
He just did it.
Damn, he's good. He's good.
God damn it.
Got us again, guys. Sneaky Terry.
Better than the other version.
Yeah, well,
Sometimes.
maybe not quite as funny.
Sometimes.
I feel like we're not going to see that Terry that much in this book, right?
Don't worry, we'll
Okay,
get there.
okay.
I bet you he pokes
Okay.
his little head out.
Well, the old woman says that Abby better sell her shit to get a bone for the wizard, because don't no wizard need no salt pork, child.
Yeah, I get you. If you already have salt pork, you don't want more salt pork. But also, I would accept more salt pork.
I mean, personally, I would too.
Yeah,
But then again, not a doctor, also not a wizard. So I can't really say what I would do.
Yeah, good point.
We know that Zed likes food, though. So, I mean, if you're
True.
going to go see
Very
Zed
true.
specifically,
Well, that's kind of our first inclination that this lady. Well, I don't actually think we know that. I might have fucked up. Anyways, listen. This lady may not actually fucking know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Because we know that Zed loves fucking food. And yeah, that's probably just the thing to bring to him. But this lady's like, no, they don't need fucking salt pork when. Yeah, I'll bet he does. I'll bet he fucking wants some right now. And I bet he prefer that over a dumb fucking stupid, broken, misformed jug you made.
Bitch ass motherfucking no nipple dickless jug. Fucking
Abby.
worthless.
Just, she feels like, yeah, it's a dumb fucking jug I made. Just the way she said that is just soul crushing.
well, also, in the lines of, if all you have to offer is something that you were, if she obviously came here, she traveled, she's waiting all day for something super fucking important to her. And if the only thing she had to offer is a homemade jug.
Yeah.
And this fucking lady behind her is like, that ain't fucking nothing. That's bullshit. You can't bring that in there. This is all I have. Fuck you.
Yeah.
This is my only chance at anything. Don't tell me how shitty it is.
It's like
You can think it, don't fucking say it.
the old story where the rich man gives $1 and the poor kid gives a nickel. And so the rich man thought his giving was worth more, but then no, it's actually the poor kid because he gave everything he had, even though it's a super tiny amount. It's more meaningful.
Right.
Yeah.
Percentage wise or, whatever you want to call it. No, he gave more, even though it was
She used
less.
her time and resources to make this. Obviously, she didn't have anything more than that.
She's already paid her whole day.
Well, fuck all
Time
that,
is
because
money.
that's not how wizards work, you guys. We need super valuable stuff, period.
Well, those components they get expensive. I mean,
That's true. That's true. Well, suspicious, the old woman looks at Abby's bracelet and says, maybe you could trade that for a chance to speak to the wizard. Abby, very defensive of bracelet and people suggesting that she part with it, says that it was from her mom and is also worth absolutely nothing. And also, why the fuck do you care? Leave me alone.
I'd like to make a prophecy.
Yeah?
That bracelet's going to be important.
Why?
Just gonna throw it out there.
You just thinking so?
I think that bracelet might be important in this novella.
I mean, real quick, just in case some of our listeners are not aware, Aaron has not finished this book.
No.
He has only read to where we are currently in the book and no further. So
as of this recording.
As of right now.
When you hear it, I will have read the whole thing.
Yeah.
But right now, in the past, in the future, I've only read a little bit.
I do think it is strange to be like, it's worth nothing. I mean, obviously, it probably looks like it's worth more. So it probably is worth more. So you could have just said, I'm not parting with it, or put it in your bag so nobody can fucking see it when you're like, I have a jug to offer, and that's all. But also, yeah, it's none of your fucking business. Worry about you, old lady, and your situation. What do you have?
Yeah, exactly. I don't see you carrying anything.
Yeah, there's no, if she, whatever she's carrying, it's not heavy.
I'd be like,
bitch is old.
You know, it wouldn't be very hard for me to knock you down this fucking hill. Take what you got. So I would shut up.
Hey, lady, I'm just going to say, if we start scrapping, my hips are going to heal up just fine.
Start scrapping.
You sure you want to risk it, brother?
For the biscuit?
I fucking love that.
Beat that biscuit.
Abby looks at this old woman and says, yeah, it's a dumb fucking jug I made, and it is 1.5 inches thick and definitely hard clay. I am going to fuck you up with this dumb fucking jug I made. You bitch.
Turns out this jug real valuable. Gets rid of stupid ass bitches who ask me dumbass questions. Want to see
people shut up when you hold it like this.
Want to see a magic trick? I like Abby.
Also,
Abby's a fucking badass,
Abby.
guys.
Not book Abby.
Abby is really cool.
This little Abby.
Also, there are like 50 other people here.
Yeah.
You asked what I had. You see my jug. Ask somebody else.
Yeah, I'm going to loudly pronounce the valuables I have on me in this line of people.
It'd be very overwhelming, right?
Absolutely.
Abby is from a small town. She's not used to all this attention. She's not used to all these people, and she is definitely overwhelmed.
So you say she's a small town girl?
She's just a small town girl, yeah.
Wonder if she lives in a lonely world.
She's alone, other than this lady. I'm sure she would like to be alone.
In a room
right
full
now.
of people, she felt alone.
Those would be the streetlight people?
I'm lost.
No, there's no streetlights because this is a town. Because there's no cars.
I forgot the rules. You're right.
Yeah, you idiot.
Anyways, Abby just wants to go home, but she knows that if she doesn't get to see a wizard today, there will be no home to go back to.
Not good.
Bum, bum, bum.
That makes me feel real sad.
That does make me feel real sad. You know what I think would be a good idea? If we took a minute to have a little breaky poo and grab ourselves a beer.
Okay.
Ow, my arm. It's being twisted behind my back.
I will be gentle. You guys just got through the portal and everything. You're probably still a little groggy from that.
I have a portal leg. Like jet lag. It's portal leg.
You can stop. You can stop.
Like jet lag.
Yeah. Yep.
But I came through a portal.
Holy shit. Sir, could I get another beer? Could you make that a double?
Do you have stronger things?
Making double beers?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just wait till you see this. It's fucking awesome. We will be back right after this.
Hey, Aaron. What did Maggie so graciously bestow upon us to drink today?
She bestowed on us a mead from Adesanya Mead and Microbrewery. And that mead, as I'm sure everyone is wondering right now, is called Lyrical Graffiti Carbonated Pineapple Coconut Mead with natural rum flavor, clocking in at 8%. Nate, I can see you've already taken a sip.
Sorry, I couldn't wait. I'm sorry, I couldn't wait.
I want to know, what are your thoughts, my guy? Because again, Adesanya, the mead advertises itself. Share, sip, and enjoy.
Okay, so I've sipped, I've enjoyed, and now I'm about to share. It's fucking great. I knew I was going to because I love coconut as it is. I'm a big rum guy too, so I love the sweeter type alcohols. So this is right up my alley. I will say the coconut, there is a little extra something on the coconut that me, even as a coconut lover, I'm not a huge fan of.
It's the pineapple clash. It's pineapple
Maybe
coconut.
that's what it is.
I think they kind of clash a little bit, but kind of in a good way.
I don't know. I think it might be the rum. It says
Maybe
that there's
that's
rum
what it
flavoring
is.
in there because I like pineapple. I've had a lot of pineapple coconut drinks, and I taste the different whatever is in the background that you're talking about.
Yeah,
And
maybe it is the rum.
I think it's whatever the rum flavoring is because they don't say it's aged in rum barrels. They just say it's rum flavor.
You know what? Yeah, now that I look at this again, it is carbonated pineapple coconut mead with natural rum flavor. So rum is supposed to be in the profile. So I take it back. This is supposed to represent a mixed drink.
Yeah.
In which case, I would say they've done a fantastic job.
Yeah.
I think that does affect the flavor. So I'm probably going to go 8 on this one myself.
You're going to go 8 out of 10 bars because it's lyrical?
Wow.
I got lines, none of which I remember right now, but I do.
Wow.
My name's Nate, and I'm here to say...
And I've got the runs.
So you're giving it 8 out of 10?
Yeah, 8 out of 10
bars. Okay, Jade?
I think it would probably be a 7. I like pineapple normally, so I thought it was going to be a little bit higher. But I think I would be interested to try it without the rum profile in there.
Yeah, just get the flavor on its own, I
Yeah.
think.
I'm not that big of a pineapple guy, and I'm even less of a coconut guy.
That's canon.
So when I... yeah,
It is.
yeah. When I read this, before I took a sip, I was worried. I said, hey, I know this place makes good mead, but these are things I'm not really a big fan of. I like rum, but rum usually pairs with those other things, so I don't drink a lot. With that all being said, 8.
8. Hell yeah.
This is real good. If I am forced to drink something coconut flavored, I hope it's this.
It doesn't hurt that it's 8% either.
Yeah, I think that's the top of my potential coconut scale. I don't know if a
Fantastic.
coconut beer can ever go higher than an 8. It's there. This is there.
Listeners, I want you to go back. I want you to listen to every one of our episodes. And if we've ever drank a beer that has coconut and Aaron has rated it higher,
Yep.
report back and call him out.
And give
Thank
him
you.
so much shit over it. No.
We will send you a prize if you can confirm or deny if I've ever rated something with coconut over 8. Aaron, will send you a prize of some kind. that is also canon now. But look, we don't have time for that. It's time to get back to DoB. And I think we should do that right now.
And we are back with more of part 1. I keep wanting to say chapter 1, but it's not. It's just a chunk of the book.
Just
Here.
a little chunk.
Just a little chunk of the book
Hey.
floating somewhere in space.
I do want to float this out there real quick.
Yo.
Do you think I should buy a jerkin?
I think there's only one answer to that, and it's got to be yes, right?
I think I'll fit in more.
Yeah.
That's the vest thing.
Oh,
yeah.
you mean, I understand.
Yeah.
Speaking of kin things, did you guys see out back that there is a whole herd of chickens? A whole fucking herd of them. And I'm assuming that we're going to eat them probably at some point. But I had so much fun with the chickens this morning. I just wanted to put that out there.
I saw the chickens out there for sure. I hope you didn't name them.
No, I knew better, but I ran around with them for a while.
All right. Well, I have no idea how to get from chickens to this image, but right here in this section of the book, we have an image of what I believe is the Wizard's Keep in Aidendrill. This little area down here has got to be where Abby is standing, although it's a little faded out. But yeah, this is a drawing from Keith Parkinson.
See, I figured she was on the bridge.
Yeah. Because that looks
Up
like
here.
it's,
Well, yeah, that could be true.
Like
this
that's
is like
the
down
entrance.
in the mountain. You would die.
What are these are these ramparts?
Yeah.
Is
I
that what
believe
that
so.
is? Okay, because
Yeah.
she is under the ramparts, so she could be on this bridge here. Yeah, this is all like that crevice
That's her gratch.
next to where the keep is.
That's
Yeah.
where there's water and then crocodiles.
The crocodiles.
It's a moat.
TikTok Croc lives down there, I believe.
Yeah, TikTok croc.
the TikTok croc and a
Yeah.
whole bunch of influencers just living underneath there. Abby's waiting in line to get into the fucking Wizard's Keep, and there's a whole bunch of people just shaking their asses.
Hold on.
Abby's like, look, I came here with a super important mission. I kind of want to save my family, but could you just get rid of all of these people instead?
I just love that you went to TikTok, though, because I was talking about the crocodile from Peter Pan.
And you went to TikTok. Nate's mind went, now take the S's and make them R's.
That's just what happened in my brain.
I love
don't
this.
know.
This is great.
Oh, boy.
Well, finally, the keep gate opens and a woman appears in a beaded robe. She apologizes for making him wait literally all day.
Literally.
But you understand there's a war on, so they've been just a little bit busy.
Yeah. And I for sure don't feel bad about complaining earlier.
Everybody in line is like, oh,
That's right.
we get it. Seriously, let us the fuck inside, though. We have been outside literally
My needs deserve attention.
all day.
My needs, but also my knees. Okay, I would like to sit.
Nice. Well done.
Yeah, holy shit. We've been saying we got an old lady out here who's
Yeah.
been standing all day too.
Oh, my ass would have been on the ground a long time. I'm just gonna straight up. I would have definitely not been standing the whole time.
Well, the old woman, still clinging to Abby's side, whispers to her that is a sorceress. But Abby already knows that because Abby's mother is a sorceress and has the same fucking robe.
I know shit, bitch.
Yeah, strike two on this old lady. Like, hey, I know. Go help somebody else. I've got all my shit settled.
I mean, this took me a little bit of took me for a little bit of a surprise because, like, she's from a small town. You
That's
don't
also
expect a lot of sorceresses in a small town.
Well, maybe not in the books
I'm
that we've
lightheaded.
read. But we know, back in times past, there was a lot more magical people around.
True. Good point. Good point.
I do think it's just the energy of somebody coming up to you and just assuming based on the way that they like look at you and being like, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
Yeah, there's a lot more non-muggle per capita in this time than there is in Richard and Kaylin's time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just, that's so annoying. Like, it happens now, though. People will come up and they'll look at you up and down and be like, you don't know shit just because I assume that you don't based on the way you look. You're a woman, so you don't know cars.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay.
Hi, you're a dumb shit. My name's
don't.
Jack. Nice to meet you. Well, the sorceress leads the large group of people into the keep and explains that there are 2 wizards that will take the time to see each of them in turn. Upon hearing this, a nobleman cuts in line ahead of the old woman, and Abby, wrapped around this man's finger, is a small lock of blonde hair.
Hey,
You
I
getting
would
creepo vibes?
I would like to make another prophecy.
Yeah.
I don't like this guy.
I thought you were going to say, the hair is going to factor in later.
No. I also realized after I said it, not much of a prophecy. Mostly just opinion.
Just don't like this guy.
I don't like this guy. Seems like a bitch.
What? Wow. What exactly don't you like about him? The way he holds hair or the way he glares at people?
You don't cut in queue.
That's true.
Little bitch.
Cut in line. He did piss off this old lady who was about to chew him out, but then didn't. So it must not have been that bad because, in my experience, my grandma would never have allowed you to cut in front of her in line. You were definitely going to hear about it. She doesn't give a fuck if you're 8 feet tall. That's inappropriate.
Do you know what hurts no matter how tough you are? Getting kicked in the shins. Grandmas can do that.
It did strike me as like a class thing. Like, she knows better.
On DoB.
Because she does strike me as a Karen who would talk like any other regular person of her status. She would be like, excuse me, dearie, I've been here first, and you better get the fuck back there. And I can't really do much about it, but you know better.
Yeah.
But this guy, because he's a nobleman, she's like, no.
Hey, small country folk, this is big city stuff.
Yeah.
You ain't getting him to move.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, it does say that she starts to speak up, but then the look on Fancy Pants' face makes her let it go.
Yeah, like he asks her if she minds, and like she recognizes it, like, oh, that wasn't a question.
This is fine.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't a question. It was a question? Wasn't a question.
Right, exactly. It's fine or else is kind of what he means. But it's in this moment that Abby realizes that her bracelet is beginning to heat up. She thinks it's because her mom was magic. And since she's so close to magic people or people that are magical, the bracelet is reacting to that.
Those breadcrumbs,
Yeah.
I follow them.
Oh, hey, you mentioned the bracelet earlier. Look at you, Detective Aaron.
I see what's happening here.
Detective Duddles, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
There was a mystery
Double
afoot.
D.
Yeah. Double D on the case.
Wow. I actually kind of love it. Double D.
Yeah.
Double D.
Yeah. Detective Duddles, the daring detective.
This is not the first
Is this
time
on
he
your
said
business
this. He has
card?
said this many times in the past.
He doubles down even when he shouldn't.
Perfectly timed, sir. Well, the sorceress tells them that if their request is denied, it's not because you're not important, okay? It's because there's a greater need elsewhere. It's just somebody else that needs more help than you, or maybe a greater problem right now. And so, I don't know. I like the attempt by these people to be like, it's not because we don't give a shit. It's just because we're literally fighting a war.
Yeah, it's a good PR move.
So we're not going to stop to, like, I don't know, buy a balloon animal.
Yeah.
But if your family just got blown up and you need a hospital, maybe we could help with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Abby prays to the good spirits that her need is great enough and that they forgive her for what she must do.
Seems fine.
Still no idea what it is she's referring to.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those where, like, because I ended up listening to this part a couple times. And I remember, like, I was starting to get frustrated because I was like, God damn, what the fuck does she want? I'm like, well, you're listening to, I'm just getting teased for 30 minutes, like, multiple times.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to have to wait till part 2.
Oh, man, that super badass tear-jerking thing that I got to do in the second act that just totally changes my world and forces me to level up into a hero that I was always meant to be. But we're not going to say exactly what that was yet.
Next time on
Next
Dragon
time.
Ball Z.
Exactly. Oh, my God. Oh, that's fucking good. Well, when the sorceress begins to leave, Abby knows it's now or never. She gathers her courage and says that she must see First Wizard Zorander.
None of this petty bullshit wizards, okay?
Yeah, I don't
want-
need your side wizards.
Yeah.
I want the guy. But the sorceress says no. He's way too busy. Sorry. Literally in charge of a war.
Which, like, there is a little bit where it's like fair.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
hey, you probably do have a problem. Is it more important than an entire goddamn war, though?
Well,
Statistically, probably not.
we know that you don't normally get to walk in and be like, I want to talk to the president or the owner of the company.
Very true. Very
You-
true.
no.
Famously, they don't do that.
No, you got to get through you got to meet with a couple of underlings first to prove why you're there before
Yeah.
they're going to let you through the double access doors.
Time is money. You can't just be wasting important people's time.
Right.
Yeah. The key cards exist for a reason.
Yeah.
Abby actually does one better than a key card. She walks to the center of the room, stands on a grace there that was like built into the room, all nice and fancy. She kisses her mother's beaded sorceress robe, or her collar, right, that goes around the top of the robe. And then she tells them that her mother was Helsa, a sorceress, and that lives are at stake. This is not just me, again, young-ish, like 20s, not like child here, but she's like in her 20s, coming to you for help. And it's not like, hey, can you dye my hair that one really cool color? It's like, no, this is life or death. This is actually fucking important.
I've had a thing in my neck, and I just can't. I can't get the right angle on my own.
I wouldn't say that it hurts, but it's sore.
It's a little annoying.
It's sore.
It's
You
a
know what I
little
mean?
annoying, but it's constant.
I will say it was a little interesting to me that she's still like, I mean, I get there's a whole bunch of people here who don't want to like give out exactly why you're there, but it does feel very vague. She like walks in the middle. She's like, my mom wasn't a sorceress.
Mhm.
People might die. I gotta talk to the big guy. I feel like we need to have a little bit more to like cross the security lines, right? Like it does feel a little bit like, okay, I will talk to you in a separate room then, and we will discuss that before you go to. But she's like, this is what I got.
Well, let's be honest. There could be a screening to
Yeah.
make this a more efficient process.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
we
you would
could
think
be
so.
like, hey, out of these 4 categories, what problem is yours? Oh, extremely personal. Just go ahead and step over here.
Yeah. Life, death, pain,
and it's
or
the
money.
door. It's the
gonna
exit
cycle
door.
you right out.
Yeah,
Yep.
down the cliff. It's off the bridge down the cliff.
You've got to go follow the blue line to the
Yeah.
green door. And then once you get to the orange triangle, you'll be next. And
Close
then they
your eyes.
open it up and
Yeah.
it's just outside. And they're like, son of a
The-
bitch.
The floor opens up.
And then because if you're selfish enough to think that your problem
Yeah.
is important right now, you deserve to die.
Selfish bitch.
Yeah. If they really don't like you, then there's just a fucking door that opens to a cliff.
Yeah.
And they have a soldier waiting behind you. Give you a little shove.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the sorceress agrees to take her words to the first wizard. Again, this is not what normally happens here. But before she can, the old woman and the nobleman both insist that they have to see him as well. Because the old lady just fucking had to. Apparently, she's just besties with Abby's now. By the way, still don't know what her fucking name is. She's just old lady. And this nobleman he cut in front of us to begin with, so double fuck that guy and his weird hair obsession.
Yeah, I think that.
Don't
okay.
like him.
Now, I forgot about this part. She does say she's going to take the words. So they get taken to like another anteroom, and then she goes into the wizard and is like,
Right.
hey, this is what's going on. Basically, it's like, hey, dude, do you want to talk to these motherfuckers? They're down there. They say they have fucking important shit. Do you want to waste your time? Okay, cool. That's basically what's going to happen. But it is so fucking annoying when you're like, okay, I'm going to put my balls on the line. Nobody ever asked. This is a very special thing that I'm asking, and I'm brave enough to ask. So I should, if anyone should get this privilege, it should be me.
Yeah, she was the one that spoke up first.
And then everybody else dick rides and just slides around right behind you. It's really infuriating.
Yeah, it takes that important feeling that you're talking about and cheapens it because, like, I was going to have my one-on-one with the wizard, and now there's like 8 other people involved, and it's just going to be weird.
Me too.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
Hey, excuse me. Hey, what she said? Echo. Me also. That. I also that thing. Okay, I'm gonna go too.
It becomes I am Spartacus or whatever that is, and everybody else in the room stands up. Me also.
I'm Spartacus. Shut the fuck up, Greg. You're not Spartacus, bitch.
Wow. I didn't know that guy was named Greg. That's incredible. You know, you learn something every day.
Learn something
on
every
the
day.
show.
World building, you know?
Yeah, I have met a Greg.
Well, before
It's a
the
dick.
sorceress actually goes to ask the wizard
watch me.
if he wants to talk to these people, she asks them all if they are absolutely sure that they want to talk to this guy. She reminds them that his nickname is the Wind of Death.
Oh,
He's named that for a reason,
yeah.
and he is a man to be feared.
Is he's gassy?
I mean, I don't know.
Eats
That
a lot of
image we looked at on
beans.
the front cover did have a little bit of green above the food, and I'm wondering, is that because it's been sitting there for a while? Is he still munching on it? What's going on with the wizard?
Now, I will say that this does shed a little bit of light. I've heard
Yeah.
that the first wizard is the Wind of Death.
Yes.
Like, while we've just been chilling,
Oh,
talking
yeah.
to people, we've somehow gone backwards as well as here.
Mhm.
I just wanted to establish, like, that, okay.
Back and sideways, back and to the left.
Which I think,
Back into the left. Back
into
back
the
into the
left.
left.
to
God.
what you were just saying a moment ago about Greg in town, you better fucking watch it, because we can't talk too much shit about the people in this book.
Yeah, no, I get that, but
Because-
fuck Greg.
Okay, I just wanted to cover your ass. If you get yourself into a fight here, you're on your own.
Finally a beat down. Kick Greg's ass.
Hey, Greg.
No, Nate.
What?
That's the wrong Greg.
Oh,
I like that one.
Fine. Well, they sit awkwardly in the lobby, much kind of like we are now. Is he looking? Is he looking?
Yeah, but he's cool. Hey, man.
Okay.
It's Gregor, actually.
The nobleman continues to play with the locket of hair while glaring at everyone, and Abby's bracelet continues to tingle. Her mom had told her to always wear it, and that someday it would be of value, but nothing else. So then, you know, when she's asked by this old lady to sell it, absolutely not. My mom, who is, got to assume, not here anymore, asked me to wear this every day. There's no way I'm ever going to part with this thing.
Also, it heated up earlier, and I feel like that's gonna. I don't know what the fuck that was, but I'm gonna
It's
keep
like
it.
a warm, tingly heat, kind of.
I'm gonna keep that for later.
Guys, we're in public.
It's still funny. Okay, fine. It does go on to say that sorceresses would keep secrets from everybody without the gift, including their own daughters. So Abby doesn't really know all the inner workings of the magic stuff. She only really knows what her mom has told her.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. You only know what you know.
I gotta assume that a sorceress has some access to arcane magic.
Probably.
But that I think a sorceress has learned magic. So in the wrong hands, maybe it's like super fucking dangerous for a sorceress to divulge any of that information.
Yeah. I do think, though, that Abby was told by her mother that the bracelet would someday be valuable. She was presented with a situation where the bracelet would be valuable.
That's true.
Like, probably should consider it.
It is interesting that she turned that down then.
But
she's like, maybe this is the day.
She knows about my prophecy. She knows it's going to be important later.
Also, it was just an old lady telling you to fucking sell it. Who am I? I'm in line. I'm not going to get out of line to go sell it. Are you going to buy it right now?
I
No?
have been queuing all day.
You are not going to take my spot.
Day.
That's what her plan was.
I'm
She
a-
was like, she was just trying to get her out of line so she could move up one spot.
I have to imagine she'd be a bit thirsty. Do you want a beer?
I would absolutely love one, yeah.
Beer?
I mean, I think if you call it a beer, they might be a little confused, but yeah.
I'll tell him need. Yeah, I'll go get it.
All right. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after this.
Oh, wrong podcast.
And we're back for the remainder of part 1 of Dead of Bones.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah!
The final part of part 1.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
fucking made it.
Yeah. Together we made it. That's a bad. That's. Sometimes you regret things.
Regret things like this? It didn't work.
Hey, Nate. That was awesome. Nate, I'm being very truthful with you right now. I regret that.
I'm not going to lie. Me too. Anyways, moving on.
Interesting.
When the first wizard agrees to see Abby, the nobleman quickly steps in front of her again and says, "Know me first."
Because of course he does.
Yeah, because fuck that guy.
Yeah. Told you I don't like him.
Having finally found her courage, Abby says, "I was here first." But then the old woman cockblocks her in a weird, not actually the way that it sounds way, and says it doesn't matter who got here first, but whose business is more important. So chill, child.
And again, fuck him and you.
Exactly.
My business is more important. That's why I'm the only one who spoke up first. If any of y'all's business was that important, you would have had the balls to speak up back then, but you didn't. So fuck you.
Yes, 100% yeah. But I'm the one that spoke up. I was the one that knew my need was greater.
Right.
The nobleman was just like, well, I'm going to jump on that train. And this old lady, I don't know what her fucking deal is. Can you get rid of her, actually?
They were both going to be content to talk to the other wizards.
I think it's more appropriate to say that she was clip blocked. That's all. That's my contribution to what just happened.
Well, hold on. No, because it's not who's blocking that you're using. Like, it's not a guy
It's the
is blocking
object
you.
that gets blocked.
Right. Your cock is getting blocked from the opening. And so, I mean, I think she could still be a cock. Just because she's a female doesn't mean you have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree that if Zed were a warlock instead of a wizard, this little rhyme we're trying to put together would work a lot better.
And it would end with Warcock.
She got war.
Warcocked, yeah.
That's actually better.
Warcock. Yeah, we'll work on it. Work on
Anyways.
it. Get back to you.
Just like we're about to do, reluctantly, Abby lets it go.
Transition master.
With a glare, the nobleman and his servants enter the first wizard's chambers. Abby waits like a monkey in a cage, just fine. Well, Abby waits and waits and waits, and suddenly she hears a scream, the sound of metal being ripped apart, and then silence.
I do want to clarify while she was waiting.
Yeah.
Clutching her sack. She,
Okay.
sorry. She was not clutching. It was a hug.
It was a hug.
She hugged her sack.
And I think, for sure, good. Because this old bitch has been all up in your shit this whole time.
That's true. She probably
So,
got. She probably got sticky ass fingers.
I would be clutching my shit
Sticky-ass
too.
fingers. Oh, yeah. Once somebody shows that much of an interest in you as a stranger, you don't ever, like, I always periodically check that my wallet's still in my pocket.
Yeah.
It's just a force of habit.
Every single time I've been asked what's in your sack, I am suspicious of that person. Every single time.
I can't say that's ever happened to me, but if it ever does, I'll let you guys know.
If it keeps happening, never mind.
Holy fuck. Well, the door opens and the nobleman's servants exit the chamber. One of them just so happens to be holding the nobleman's, not that, no, it's his head.
I'm totally okay with this.
Well, he cut in line.
Yeah.
He got what he fucking
You
deserved.
don't cut in queue.
Yeah, this is just exactly what was supposed to
There's
happen.
one rule to queuing. Don't cut.
I kept waiting for Abby to be like, yeah, okay, cool. You know what? Justice served. I like this place.
Well, small town girl.
The guy cut in line, he was a bad guy.
Yeah.
Now he's dead. That's exactly what's supposed to happen. And Abby just going forth like, this is normal.
I don't think she's probably seen many beheadings up until this point in her life.
She has not.
That's probably going to throw her for a loop.
In fact, one could say Abby was shocked.
But I would feel like I would be embolstered, like, oh, he wasn't that important, was he? His need wasn't that great, obviously, because he got blown away.
Oh, yeah. I think 2 to 3 hours from now, Abby's super vindicated.
Yeah.
She's just like, you know what? Fuck that guy. He did cut in queue twice.
Yeah, 2 times. Count
not-
them. 1, 2.
I'm
Fuck that guy.
not sad.
He got what he had coming.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, Abby is shocked. And then for some unknown reason, the old woman decides that maybe she will wait to see the first wizard after all.
You don't say.
You know what? She hears a scream, the sound of metal being ripped apart, and then silence. On second thought, now that I know people are being beheaded, I'll come back tomorrow.
Do you think that's the reason?
I 100% think that's the reason.
Yeah, I suppose. I can see those breadcrumbs.
You can see.
Detective Duddles on the case.
Oh, God. Yeah, I think maybe the guy going in there ahead of her and then being straight fucking murdered and carried out by his buddies might have had a little bit to do with the reason why she goes, maybe tomorrow.
Well, I also
Catch him
think
on a better day.
the sorceress came out. It was kind of funny because the sorceress, like, almost set it up in this way to be like, okay, I'm going to send in the dumbass whom we know that you're going to be pissed at and you're fine with killing. We'll send him in, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use that as an
Oh, yeah.
example. Because then as soon as these people come out, she looks at the other two and she's like, hey, remember the thing I said about the wind of death and all that shit? Yeah, example
The fucking
A,
sorceress.
right?
This is what I was talking about.
Right. And so she's like, are you guys sure you want to risk it?
I can tell it like, hey, she goes in. Hey, first wizard. Yeah. Look, 3 of them are insisting. You want me to send the dumb one in first? You got it.
Yeah.
Dumb one first.
You know the drill.
Well,
Yeah, we'll wrap it up.
This is the vetting process.
Yeah.
She's like, all right, I'll take a couple. I'll take a handful. Send the worst one in first. We'll see who actually wants to stay.
I was just going to say, the flip side of that is if you're not trying to just get him to leave, you know that one has a fucking problem.
That's
Yeah.
what the
If
sorceress
they stay
is
after
doing.
that, yeah. Smart.
Anytime there's a special request, be like, whoever comes in the door first is our heel, right? They're going to be causing the problem. So we're just going to get that one out of the way.
It's not the same, but it's kind of the same as the like cutting of the baby thing, where you're like, the one who really needs or wants
the one
baby
who protects the baby is the mom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The one who can't wait is obviously not deserving.
I was gonna say, it's not the same. She's gonna risk her life, but obviously she's deserving to have it because she's gonna risk her life for it.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's a good fucking parallel.
Yeah,
That's
well done,
exactly
Jade.
it.
I don't know if it is or not. It seems a little
I
bit
feel
far,
like
but
it
in my
is.
brain, it like lined up.
I think it's right there.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, before the old lady leaves, she tells Abby that her name is Mariska and wishes her well.
Haggerty!
And then fucking bounces. Yes, it is Mariska Haggerty
Haggerty?
of
I don't know how to say her
TV
last name.
fame.
Oh,
Mariska Hargitay.
that's how it is. Yeah.
I've watched The Love Guru.
Alone and terrified, Abby hears the sorceress say, "The first wizard will see you now."
Shit.
I mean, yeah, right?
I think someone else pooped in my pants.
Can I get one of them robes, actually? That would be really useful. Abby terrified, asks why the first wizard would do that. Do what, dear? Oh, I don't know. Kill the motherfucker? That sorceress says the nobleman fucked around and he found out. That's just it, kid.
Yeah.
Which seems pretty self-explanatory for me. Actually, I think she does say that he was like sent there. She does go a little bit more into detail, which I was like, okay. We'll find out more about it. But I guess I was interested in a little bit on exactly why. But it does seem pretty obvious. He cut in line. He didn't have a good enough reason to fucking be there.
Yeah. Like, you met the guy, right?
Yeah.
He was obviously a dick. Why are you sad about this?
I really did like the phrasing of it, though, of the, might that be the answer to my question if I ask it? I don't know the question you're going to ask.
That depends on what you say to him.
Seriously, that's a stupid fucking question for you to ask me.
Little piece of advice, Abby. Don't piss him off.
Yeah.
I was going to say, but also, yes.
Yeah.
That's what I've been saying to you since you got here.
Right.
He could kill you.
Yeah.
Like, it's stupid for you to even wonder. Like, if you think that your need is great enough, you're fucking here.
Yeah.
If you want to go see the light breeze of cuteness, he's down the hall. This is straight up the wind of death.
Did you want to
You
see?
asked for this.
Did you want to see the wind of partying?
Yeah.
He was here yesterday. Needed to queue yesterday.
Oh, man.
I think you can come back and queue in about 3 weeks.
Well, like we said, Abby wants to know if she might find out the same thing, but the sorceress tells her that depends on her. She'd more than understand if she just wanted to come back another time, too.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, I get it if you want to bounce as well.
Yeah.
Your
And, like,
friend Mariska just left, so.
Yeah, look, we all would understand if you wanted to come back another day. Seriously, we get it.
After witnessing that, you're expecting the lady to go, no more,
Check, please.
No more people today. And you'd be like, yeah, I get
Yeah,
it. We're
yeah.
having a bad day.
It is interesting because I feel like you could be taking it as the kinder older woman being like, hey, I get it. You just saw some heavy shit. You don't want to do this today. It's fine. Come back another day. I kind of took it as this woman is relentlessly trying to get her not to, which is interesting because she let the other guy go in without too much prelude.
Yeah,
and he
it wasn't
died.
about no one seeing the wizard. It was about her.
And this is about 5 minutes of time, right? It's not really going to fuck up anybody's day to let me go in there. So it could be just her looking out, but I also read it as she could be weirdly trying to get Abby specifically to not go in there.
Yeah, that's
Could
true.
be. Yeah.
I don't know. When I was reading it, that's what I was getting from her. I was like, hey, sorceress, calm the fuck down.
Something
Leave me
definitely
alone.
suspicious about what she was doing.
Yeah.
Jade, I know a guy who has enough red string. We can put that on the
Cool.
board. We can put that on the board. Yeah.
It's paracord and it's me. Anyways.
No. It's Detective Duddles.
Detective Duddles. Oh, that's right. I apologize.
Double D.
Detective Duddles on the scene.
You can be my assistant.
Shaking, but determined, Abby says, no, I must see him. And with a deep sigh, the sorceress says, the first wizard will see you now.
And she's saying that because she's like, I said that a minute ago, and then you had more questions. So.
Yeah. And then the guy died, and then, but now for real. And now Abby is entering the first wizard's chamber. And that is where we're going to leave it off for today.
Cliffhangers for you people.
I thought it was a good spot.
People. You said it this time.
I know.
You called them.
I know.
You people.
It was in honor
Wow.
of you, Aaron.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I liked it. Hey, I'll say, all in all, a lot of sack talk.
A lot of sack talk. Yeah, there's a lot
We
of sack
didn't
talk.
cover it as
a lot
much
of waiting
as-
around talking about sack.
Yeah, we didn't cover the sack talk as much as I would have preferred, but in this first part, the word sack appears a lot, and I'm okay with it.
Did you get a word count?
It is so weird
We'll
how
have to
intense
work
you
on
were
that.
about that. The word sack appears a lot, guys.
Well, thank you all very, very much for listening today. I am curious what you guys think about this chunk of the book, and I really, really want to know what you think. So if you have something to say, write an email to podcastatt@gmail.com or look us up on our social medias and hit us up there. If you really enjoyed this episode, you can go to patreon.com/podcastatt and make a pledge of any amount. We would sure love to see you there. We've got tons of things. We've got live episodes. We've got ad-free episodes. We've got tons of shit on there that we think you are really gonna love. So much shit.
A sack full of shit, if you will.
Fucking huge sack full of shit over there for you. It's real good.
Thank you all very, very much for listening, and we'll see you real soon.
Bye.
There was about 10 times the word sack showed up.
Well, good to know.